Hello, here is a walkthrough for the unregistered users who have not been able to get hold of their EOS tokens so far. Um, so, um, so this is how the registration happened. So from Ethereum, everybody moved on to the actual EOS mainnet. Almost everybody, as you can see here, 98.8% of the entire token supply registered correctly. There was a little fallback and very little in terms of unregistered. Um, the unregistered had a balance of 3.3 million EOS, which is worth quite some amount, of course. Although the EOS amount is small, there are quite a lot of wallets affected by this. So we have about 20,000 wallets affected by this situation. So these are people who can't actually use the EOS mainnet yet. Just be mindful, we're talking about this red section here. These are people who are unregistered. That is, they don't have fallback and they haven't registered correctly. This has nothing to do with people who have lost their keys or so on. The best way to confirm that you're actually on this unregistered section is to go on to our homepage here and put in the Ethereum address that you've used to buy EOS during the token sale time. And if you fill in your Ethereum address there and click on check my EOS, it should show you this page here. It should say you had 10 EOS balance and your tokens were not registered correctly and fallback did not apply. So if you see this message, this might obviously change a little bit when you put in your address. But if you see this message, it doesn't give you your account name or a key. It means that you are an unregistered user and you will have to use our new process. So we're through that. Now let's go on to the unregistered process and how you would actually get hold of your tokens and how you would use it. Okay, so unregistered token holders. Finally, we managed to roll out something that you can actually use. It's been about 3 months since the EOS mainnet launched, and we now have a solution that works. We actually worked with EOS Argentina extensively to actually bring this out to all the token holders. Um, the system works fine. I can go through the details. So a few things that you'll have to keep in mind. Firstly, you are an unregistered EOS token holder. We've actually confirmed it by entering your Ethereum address here, for example. The second point is you will need access to your Ethereum private key. It can be in a ledger or somewhere else. You need to generate a signed message. You can do this easily if you have your Ethereum private key. If it's stored in a ledger or tracer or something like that, you can still use um, a signing software to sign it on your behalf. If your tokens are not, if your tokens are with an external party, you can still send them a message to sign and they'll sign it for you. And then you come back and send it to us. Then you understand that you're about to attempt creation of an EOS account. And when you attempt to create an EOS account, you should also agree with the EOS constitution and so on. By the time you actually use this page is likely to be changed slightly. Obviously, the video I'm shooting right here will be here, uh, so you can actually play the video and so on. If you scroll down, you can actually see a lot of the FAQ to help you with. This we've There's a lot going underneath, but we've managed to simplify it quite a lot. All we need from you is to for you to select a 12-character account name and bring your EOS public key. So this whole process is fairly complicated underneath. We are going to attempt to create um, an EOS account and all of that, but then it's very simple interface, just two important information, and you'll have to get a signed message through to us. So let me start by assuming that you have access to your Ethereum private key. That is, you have it somewhere that you can copy paste. An Ethereum private key looks like this. I have two test keys here. So let me take the case where you have your Ethereum private key like this out in the open and you're able to use it. And let's start with MetaMask. So that's a simple version. We have a more advanced version here, but let me start with the simple version first. So pick an account name. It has to be exactly 12 characters long. It can be A to Z and numbers 1 to 5. So if I put in something like Apple is good, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Let's see if anyone's taken it. Nobody's taken it. Now, this is an important part. You will need to generate an EOS public key and private key. You'll have to do this safely, securely, and this is how you will control your EOS account. If you if you don't create the EOS account properly, EOS public key properly, your account is definitely inaccessible and that'll have much further delays getting hold of your account. So please do this carefully. On my machine here, I have Scatter browser and extension installed here, um, which is what I use, but you can use a lot of other options. There are wallets available. There's also a hardware wallet with Ledger available now. So there are many ways to generate your EOS public key and private key. Well, let me show you how we do it in Scatter. On Scatter, if you have the Chrome extension, you click on it, you go to key pairs, click on new and generate a key pair. And there it generates the public key and the private key. Once you have it, you click on copy and give it a name. Say, for example, uh, my EPH, my new account keys test, and then give it a name. You have the keys there. You copied it. I just clicked on copy again. You save, and that's it. So you have the keys. I'm just gonna paste it here so you can see how it looks like. So you couldn't see the private key earlier, but now you can. Keep the private key safe. You shouldn't put the private key anywhere. It doesn't go on this website. We don't need it. All you do is take your EOS public key, copy it, and that's it. Now you're ready. You have an account name and you have your key. Now let's sign with MetaMask. When you sign with MetaMask, this is where you would get your Ethereum private key. So this is an example Ethereum private key. And if you already have your Ethereum account loaded into MetaMask, you can skip this step. If you don't have it, you would set up MetaMask on your computer. It looks like this. Once you set up MetaMask, you would click on it, import account, and then put your private key there and import. And there you go. I've got account number 6. It's ready. So perfect. So I have account number 6. It starts with 0x5 and ends with BDFO. So that's fine. So we are now ready to actually sign this message with MetaMask. What happens now? Let me go into the technical details a little bit. When I click on sign with MetaMask, what's happening is it's going to, this is an important step. Again, you'll have to be really careful of what you do here. You can see right here, let me try to move this window. Okay, perfect. So you can see it better now. You'll have to be fairly careful with what you do here. So you've seen when I created this new account name, when I imported the new key, it gave me account 6. I can see this, you should see this message. You should see a random number. It's not actually random, but it actually says what chain, the actual EOS chain block number and so on. But for all intents and purposes, you should see two numbers here, comma separated. So one comma here, another comma here, and then this is important. This should match exactly the key that you pasted in here. So it does. And this is your account name. What you're doing from a technical perspective is you're telling you're going to generate a signed message, which basically says you're proving that you verify this message, you approve this message for use on the EOS chain. Um, and once you do this, nobody can tamper with this message. Even a US authority can't really tamper with this message. You should really be trusting what appears on MetaMask. So if your account name looks good, account name is It's important, but it's not the most important. The key is vital. The key should exactly match what you've generated. Once you cross-check, so we can actually go back to our text file here. This is what I copied out from Scatter earlier. You can see it's a perfect match. Looks good. Looks good there. These are all random numbers, so if the first few and the last few match, it's going to be pretty good. Take your time, verify it. Once you've done it, all you have to do is click on sign and wait for a while. Okay, great. So there you see, um, you can actually see that your transaction was successful. It says your account, Apple is good, is created, and so on. You just click on the, or just open that in a new tab, and you'll be able to see your account on the mainnet. This is a test version, so if you click on it, you can't actually see it properly because we don't have the accounts not created yet. But if it was actually created, you would just click on it and you can actually see your account name on the live EOS mainnet. Give it a couple of seconds before you click on it, and that's it. So you're done. You've actually completed the unregistered process, and using this key that you've submitted, you now have access to your EOS account. So great, excellent. You're all set and done. That's it. Um, the main people behind this whole unregistered project was EOS Authority and EOS Argentina. We both worked over it over a few months, and voting is a good way to show appreciation. When you do vote, also consider other block producers. There are lots of people who do amazing projects like this. So yes, so now that's it. You're all sorted. If you're still waiting, I'd like to show you what to do with alternate signing. So in case you don't have MetaMask, click on alternate signing. After you filled your account name and your EOS public key, you will be given this message. This is what MetaMask actually ended up signing anyway. What you'll have to do is copy this field. So once you put that in and this, you get this message here. Copy the message, take it to, now it depends who has your private key. If your key is on Ledger uh, or any of these sorts, so if you have it on MetaMask, Ledger, Tracer, Digital, Bitbox, all of these, you can actually use my Ether wallet. So what you would do is you would tell it, hey, this is a message. I want it signed. You will click on Ledger, for example. It'll tell you how to connect to Ledger, Tracer, and all of that. Follow this process here. For assume this is normally I would say signed message, and once you get the signed message, this is how it would look. So assuming that you use Ledger, you would get a simple message. You would copy the signed message from there, bring it back to EOS Authority, and then paste your signed message here, and then just send the signed message through to us. And then you would still get the same success message again. So that's it. Now there's another case. In case your key is with, say, for example, Coin Payments or someone else who actually supports this signing message, you would take this message, pass it to them. They might have a web interface that you click a few buttons, you get the signed message, come back, paste this message on this website, click on the send signed message, and that's it. Your account should be created and good to go. There might be cases where you would click on the send sign message and wait for a few seconds, minutes, or even longer. We would attempt the transactions on the server. Some of these transactions might take longer than a normal transaction on it. Yeah, so that's it. That's pretty much all you would do to convert your unregistered tokens into an actual EOS account. All the best. Thanks for waiting so much. And yeah, good luck. Thank you.